We got another question here, too. What is the trick that you are most proud of?
You want to go first?
No.
That's a hard question for me to answer, Eric, because I have several routines in my show that I'm super proud of. Some of them I've done for 25 plus years, but probably the staple of my show, my solo show, and we've done it in the two-person show, in the Impossibilities show, off and on over the last 3 years, but it's probably the burnt bill routine that reappears out in the audience in an impossible location. That's the routine that's kind of I'm known for. That's the routine when I go back places time and time again. That's the effect that they ask to see over and over again. So that's probably my the trick I'm the most proudest of.
I guess that I think about it, for mine it's a toss up between two. It's the first one would be the routine where I cut the silhouette out of a famous person.
Yep.
For no other reason, but I have a lot of magicians. It's a very old trick, old as the hills, and there's a lot of magicians that come here and see me do that, and they're like baffled by it, which is a nice feeling, a surprising feeling. And I think the other one's probably...
Well, not to mention that it's a crowd favorite. The audience loves it.
Yeah, I mean, I've done it in every show for the last, 10 years.
Yeah.
No kidding. And then I think the other one's probably the Magic Square routine that I do. Yeah, that one I kind of came along on accident. I don't know why I started doing it, because I'm of the belief that the Magic Square is one of the worst tricks in magic. Didn't yet.
Yet it's what I think it is.
I guess I wanted to challenge myself.
That and you put it at the beginning of your show, and it's a routine that really shows your personality.
It does.
People get to understand who you are very quickly. On stage with that, and that plays a lot into the show and how we script and set the show up. Is people have to learn who we are and trust us very quickly, because our show is all audience participation.
They have to come on stage.
Yeah, if we, if there isn't an immediate feel that they can trust us to not embarrass them, our show becomes very difficult.
Yeah.
And so that particular routine, I think, really shows your personality and lets people know that you've got a goofy sense of humor, but you're not going to make fun of.
Which is important too, because people do think that without getting too left track with this also. But we have a lot of people who come into the show and they're like, "Can you make fun of my wife?" And it's like, well, we don't really make fun of people. It's like we're gonna bring people up, we're gonna have fun with them, but we don't really make fun of people. I
can honestly say, in 25 years of performing, I can't think of one time where I sat somebody down in the audience and had them feel like they were embarrassed or made fun of or the butt of a joke.
Just try to avoid stuff like that.
It's not the way that we do it. There are a lot of comedians, a lot of magicians that's the way they do things, which is, I think, why it's so important that we build that rapport in the first 10 minutes of the show.
Yeah.
Because people come in here and we tell them it's an audience participation show, and you see a lot of people go,
yeah. But then by the end of the show, they're a little more loose.
Exactly.
They get it.